do you know about birds, Jack? I love coffee. Black as midnight on a moonless night. Thanks to my Madonna Grant, Donna Landry Grant, who got me this mug, reusable mug. Good to the last drop. So the last drop here, and we'll go to the Labyrinth. And we'll go back down into the valley. And after that, get some more Joe, a little bit more at the coffee shop there, the what is it called? The something Sparrow? Agent Cooper loves coffee. Agent Computer Agent Dell Computer Dale Cooper. That's just a fucking coincidence, right? Sure. Mr. Jones and me, yeah, we're gonna be big stars. Big stars. Giants. Giant stars. Warning. 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 Orange warning. Warming. 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 Warning. Warning. Warner Brothers. Records. Records. Wake up. Wake up. This is not a false alarm. Wake up. Wake up. Wake. Awake is a funeral. And aware is a warehouse. And I am an aircraft carrier. A labyrinth is a spiritual tool used around the world since ancient times, and it's synonymous with the word maze, as in amaze or amazement. Since ancient times, its design is sacred geometry. It's all sacred, sorry, that's a redundant term. Let's get with that. Let's remember that right away off the bat. It's not sacred geometry, it's sacred. Geometry is sacred as it is. It doesn't need the word. You don't have to put the word sacred because there's no what's the word? There's no profane geometry. That this sacred profane division is arbitrary. It doesn't exist anywhere other than in man's artificial mind's constructs, mind prison matrix, imaginings, and projections, images. Its design is sacred geometry, which is sacred or secret, and then the red sac, whose pattern has meaning and a well-defined pathway that winds its way to the center and back out again. Prayerfully walking the labyrinth can be a means to quiet the mind, open the heart, and bring new clarity. Peace of mind. It is a simple and quiet way to become connected with your inner self. As such, there is no right or wrong way to walk the labyrinth. There is simply your way, your pace, Charlie. Try to calm and center yourself. You don't have to try. In fact, don't try. Because when you try, that's when you're not going to be calm and centered. Enter the labyrinth and follow the path. When you reach the center, you may wish to linger there a while. Then retrace your steps until you come back out again. We welcome you to this holy place, and we wish you much joy and peace on your journey as a peaceful warrior. Because just because you're peaceful doesn't mean you stop fighting. In fact, that's when the real fight begins, once you get that peace and serenity and calm. Then the real fight begins. The fight for truth, for justice, for light, for goodness. You're a vigilante. That doesn't mean that you pursue vigilante justice like in a literal way. It means you pursue it. Again, this has to do with the difference between being a peaceful warrior and an aggressive warrior. You fight with peace, for peace, by peace, in peace, as peace. You are peace. Hugo, the Lord Jesus Christ is not a weapon. Hugo. In case you haven't seen the series Lost, that was a reference to that. Om Bodhvasuvaha Tatsavitu Varemin Bhagavad Devasya Dhimahi Devayana Prachodayate. So this, the fighting for, remember Carlin's, I've been citing and including a lot of George, not a lot, but a fair amount of George Carlin, and he has that bit about how fighting for peace is like screwing for virginity. Fighting for peace, that's like screwing for virginity. And he's correct to point out that contradiction, because, and this is the thing, it's not like, that's why I say it's not really that you're fighting for peace, although that is the fight. It's not as much as that you are peace, and you're standing in that peace, in that balance, and in that calm, that center stillness, and you're acting out of that, and your actions coming out of that are peaceful. So you fight. That's your fight is, holding your ground in the face of aggression and what is called violence. What that term that's like so many terms that's just bandied about without ever stopping and breaking it down and thinking about it. And breaking the spell. That's what the spell on the sheepel is. Of the people, the peoples. That derogatory term, people. Peoples. Peas. We're not peoples. Or little... We physically, obviously, we are. Let's get that clear. We're micro on a physical level. But what about the beyond, the great beyond? What about the source of the physical, where the signal comes from, the origin, the origin, the O-ra-G-N? What about that? What about Bob? Bob, which is 2B, Beta, Bethel, Phoenician, O, 15, and B again, 2. 2 plus 15, 17 plus 2 is what? 9, 10, 19. Like RA, 18, R plus A, alpha, Aleph 1, 19. Like Adam, ADAM, 19. Like Ja, 19. Are you getting the picture here? The code COVID ID 19, huh? The Son of God, Sun God code of the radiance, of radiation, of life, of the center that you enter at the threshold, step by step. Huh, usually I have a shit ton of coins in my pocket. So, in that case, I'm gonna do this. Pick a card, any card.